All right, let's get right into our review of what's going on in and around the business community. Michelle Ownbey from the Springfield Business Journal joins us as she does each and every week. And Michelle, we've got a couple of places that people can go get some food and beverage. Let's talk about first a new coffee house that's coming to town. Good morning.
Good morning, Greg. Yes, this is a little different concept than your standard coffee house. It's a coffee house and dry bar, and it's going to be located downtown. I had a chance to talk with Elizabeth Wake, who has this in the works, called the Wakery, appropriately enough. So as opposed to a coffee house that typically has early morning hours, this is sort of the opposite, late night hours, 1 a.m. Fridays and Saturdays, and she describes it as a positive nightlife atmosphere for non-alcoholic communities. So, maybe you've already been out to the bars, you've had a couple drinks, and you don't want to go home, but, you probably should cut off the drinking. You can go have a mocktail or some other sort of non-alcoholic beverage or coffee drink. Maybe you're somebody who doesn't drink at all, but you still want to get together with friends, go out and have a good time. She pointed out that downtown has a lot of bars and restaurants, but sometimes you're looking for a non-drinking option. So she's going to have pop-ups starting this month at the farmers market to kind of get the word out, and is looking to open in the spring of next year.
That's pretty exciting because I, when I was out on the nightlife, I don't do it much anymore, if at all, because my bedtime is way too early.
Right.
But there were times where, 10, 11 o'clock at night, you're done going to the actual bars, and you just want to kind of hang out, maybe sip on a coffee. So that's going to be exciting to see that develop and thrive. Something else that's coming to town, a new place to get some fish and chicken. Tell us about this.
Yes, lots of restaurant news this week. Big Shark's Fish and Chicken is taking over the space on South Grand that previously housed Audie's Cafe and Gaming. And of course, prior to that, it operated as Nikki's Southern Style Kitchen. Been a number of things over the years. Saj Quadam is a Decatur native and already grew up in the restaurant business. His family had a restaurant business in Decatur. He opened his first Big Shark's Fish and Chicken there about 3 years ago, right before COVID hit, but said, the takeout business was great, got him through, and now he's looking to expand, coming to Springfield, also planning to open a second location in Decatur and a new location in Champaign as well within the coming year. So he's already taken possession of that space and started some remodeling work, and look for that to open sometime probably by November.
Big Shark's Fish and Chicken. Looking forward to that as well. Talking with Michelle Ownbey, the publisher of the Springfield Business Journal, to get an idea of what's going on in and around the Springfield business community. And sad news to pass along, Kiefners is closing.
Yes, we talked about this earlier in the month. Owner Angie Kiefner had announced that she would close by the end of July if a buyer could not be found. She did have the business listed for sale, but unfortunately no buyer materialized. She actually closed a little bit earlier than planned. She had initially been hoping to have it open through the end of July, but the 24th was the last day of operations, so that was a long run for Kiefners, and sorry to see them go, but understandably she needs a little bit more stability in her life, she says, and she has now taken a job as district manager with Sandy Hamilton, of course, state representative for the 99th district.
Michelle, people need to get a general idea of what's going on in and around the Springfield business community, and also the regular profiling you guys do of the great work that the business community is doing in and around Springfield. How can they get a hand on the Springfield Business Journal?
Well, you can definitely go online to springfieldbusinessjournal.com and sign up either for a subscription or for BizBytes, the weekly digital newsletter. That is free of charge. And I'll also mention while you're there, we just opened up nominations for 15 Under 15, our annual awards program recognizing small businesses. In fact, Kiefners was one of the 15 Under 15 last year. So if you know a small business that deserves recognition, you can get online and make that nomination in just a few minutes. And we are taking nominations all the way up through August 22nd.
So make that happen with the Springfield Business Journal. Publisher Michelle Ownbey, greatly appreciate your time each and every week, and we'll check back in next week.
Thanks, Greg.
It is Springfield's Morning News. I'm Greg Bishop on 92.7.